The room's still spinning a little bit.
I'm a dancer, and I'm a traveler. And wherever I go, I experience the world one dance at a time. I'm Mickela Mallozzi, and this is Bare Feet. Bare Feet is supported in part by
Bloomberg Connects gives you a way to experience the arts from your mobile phone. You can explore hundreds of cultural organizations from around the world, anytime, anywhere. Learn more at bloombergconnects.org or wherever you find your apps.
Welcome to Montreal, Canada. Situated in the heart of the Quebec province, Montreal is a city whose history dates back 400 years. Originally a fur trading port during colonial North America, the Quebecois culture and lifestyle have strong ties to Europe. French is the official language of Quebec, with old neighborhoods that have been predominantly French or English for generations. But mixed perfectly with this old world foundation is the modern contemporary movement that keeps this city alive and competitive in all aspects of a metropolitan city. This is a city where old meets new, and we're heading to La Grande Rencontre, a traditional festival for music and dance. La Grande Rencontre. This 3-day festival boasts musical performances, dance workshops, music jam sessions, jigs, reels, quadrilles, and definitely a lot of fun. So tell us the history of Quebecois trad music and dance.
Well, it started when the French arrived, and after the British came with the Irish and the Scottish, and they bring the reels and jig, we married each other, and we create a new sound, the Quebec sound, harmonica, fiddle, accordion. In 1972, there was the first traditional festival. Right here, there was a need to get the trad people together. Quebec traditional music, it inspired our history. Every nation has its particularity, and I'm proud to present the Quebec music to the people because I love the sound of it. It comes from the heart.
In preparation for the weekend ahead, it was crucial that we learn a few basic steps from Normand, one of the contradance callers here at La Grande Rencontre. Normand is a French-Canadian step dancer who has been sharing his knowledge of Quebecois dance and history for many years. La Grande Rencontre Festival hosts many workshops in traditional dance and music from this area, including this one on the Quebecois jig. Its roots come from the lively British jig, which was imported to France in the mid-17th century, and then of course brought over by the French settlers to Quebec. With my first taste of Quebecois trad, I take a stab at the opening night of contra dances to kick off this great festival.
I need to find a dance partner now. Norman, are you going to dance tonight?
Yeah, here?
Yeah. Will you dance with me?
Yeah, sure.
Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm doing.
Some dancers are brand new, some are trained to dance for many years, so they give a few explanations just to give some hints.
So I don't speak French, obviously.
Okay.
What is he going to say so I can understand what he's talking about?
Gauche, this way.
Gauche and droite is right. That's all I need to do. A gauche, a droite. So I'm with a pro. I'll be okay.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Contra dance has mixed origins from English country dance, Scottish ceilidh, and French dance styles from the 17th century. Montreal's geographic location was a perfect city to popularize this dance, with all three of these cultures meeting via the trading ports. While contra dances are done with couples in long lines, Quadrilles are done in a rectangular formation and were extremely popular during the 18th and 19th centuries. These dances were the predecessors to American square dance. Quebecois trad and contra dance has a collar that dictates the moves to the dancers, with choreography that includes complicated formations and patterns. After a night of dancing, I head out to explore the beauties that this city has to offer. The most picturesque part of the city is Old Montreal, the origin of this 17th century city along the St. Lawrence River. This area of the city is incredibly well preserved, with stories and legends that are still alive today.
When you think of Montreal, you typically think of this area. This looks like a mini Paris, cobblestone streets everywhere. There is an old house right behind me that is from the French colonial era. This is an old place, it's beautiful, and we're about to walk into a church that was dedicated to the sailors that would come in right in the ports around the corner.
This church, the Notre-Dame de Bon Secours Chapel, is the oldest chapel of Montreal. So it was built in 1771, and it's also known as the Sailors' Church because we are very near the St. Lawrence River. The sailors used to come here to pray, to have a safe voyage, because the ocean back there was very risky. So you could see in the chapel some little model ships that are hanging from the roof that were given by sailors.
How old are these boats?
The first one is the one in the middle from 1873.
It's very powerful to imagine being on the sea for so long and coming back and thanking the church for keeping them safe. It's such a dangerous voyage.
I feel like I'm on a ship right now with all this wood creaking. Oh, what a beautiful view. Probably made them feel more at home being up here. You know, if you're in the crow's nest on a ship.
Sailors could come here to maybe to just enjoy the view or to pray also.
Here you can see the cobblestone streets.
Yes, St. Paul Street, Montreal's oldest street.
And this is the heart of Montreal when people come to Montreal.
Yeah, the old Montreal, yes.
We managed to grab a lift from Old Montreal with Jean-Pierre, who enlightened us of the city's diverse history on the way over to the farmers market. How many countries are represented here in Montreal? Do you know how many languages are spoken?
70. 70 dialect and language.
Wow. So Montreal's very diverse.
Italian, the Portuguese, Chinese arrived in the middle of 19th century.
And this is the smallest Chinatown in Canada, but this is the oldest Chinatown.
Yes, the oldest, yes.
How old is this market?
Around 1933. So we have a lot of markets in Montreal, but this one is the biggest one.
We're in the center of Little Italy, Petit Italie, as they say here in French. The Jean Talon market is one of the biggest markets here in Montreal, and I'm gonna find something to eat for lunch because I am starving. All these are grown here in Quebec?
Yes.
Wonderful. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. Thank you very much. Come to Canada for the best maple syrup. That's a fact. There's so much to choose from. I have no idea where to start. So this is later in the season. Oh, it's much darker. It's a really smoky flavor. I like it. It's almost a little bitter, kind of.
And this one is organic and pure.
Maple toffee.
Yeah.
Wow. It's like liquid candy. Want some? It's good.
Montreal is only a few hours from New York City, but I had to keep reminding myself that I wasn't across the pond somewhere in France. But being that I am in Canada, I had to try one of their famous dishes, poutine.
This is the classic. French fries, cheese, and this gravy / barbecue sauce. Oh my god. This is the taquis, which is kind of like a taco, I'm assuming. Oh no, this one's the hot one. I'm not taking that one. I'm not eating that one. That one's the spicy one for our crew. I'm not touching that one. It's called the kamikaze. Bon appetit.
It's apparent to see that Montreal embraces and fosters creativity. Art installation pieces and modern performances can be found at every turn during any time of the year.
So the different colors that you put on, it's going to project on a screen, and each color represents a note.
It's wonderful to see and be a part of the creative environment that is fostered here in Montreal. Accessibility in Montreal and in Quebec is a priority for this region. Mobility, transportation, and quality of life are what the Quebecois and Canadians value most. I experienced this firsthand with my sister, Adriana, who was born with cerebral palsy. A weekend of adaptive skiing, snowmobiling, and dog sledding were a first for her, and thanks to an organization called Carol and their initiative, The Accessible Road, people with limited mobility can experience the same thrill-seeking adventures as any able-bodied person.
Carol was founded close to 35 years ago by André Leclerc. He has cerebral paralysis, and he wanted to travel when he was young and very quickly found out how difficult it was because of the lack of accessibility in buildings and transportation, and he decided he had to start an organization to make sure that accessibility was improved and that nobody would have to go through the same difficulties.
My sister, Adriana, was fortunate enough to go to experience something called the Accessible Road.
The Accessible Road is the proudest creation of Carol.
Was it fun? That was awesome. It's a lot faster than I thought it would be.
It is a combination of all venues that want to be part. They have to be fully accessible, but also have to have their own staff trained to greeting people with disabilities.
Is it comfy?
Yeah, really comfy.
We have close to 270 venues that are included.
Wow. Adriana went dog sledding, snowmobiling, and skiing, which she never thought she would be able to do.
Right.
And there were never opportunities for her to do that. But with the Accessible Road, it was all possible, and it is possible.
And lots of people with disabilities think that they cannot travel anymore. I had a car accident back in 1988. Only 2 years after the accident, I did go skydiving, and I've been to China, Australia, and I like to think that anything's possible.
Yeah, I agree.
This city's dance scene has grown in the last decade, and Montreal has become a mecca for contemporary dance companies. I was lucky enough to meet with France Joffrey of Dance Corpuscule.
So what are we going to see today? You said it's going to be a premiere.
Yes, I decided to do a solo. It's a collaboration between Sophie.
Yeah, we decided to create it.
Sophie was in my life for how many years now?
Almost 20.
She worked on every process with me.
Yeah.
She know me very well. The name of the show, it's Jamais Seul. It means never alone. because when you are disabled, I'm alone sometimes at home, but you have always someone come in your life to help you, and we try to put this reality on stage. It's a piece, it's really me. This piece, it's me. The inspiration, it's about my body.
You telling a story alone, it's very powerful.
Yeah.
Tell us how you started doing this.
Okay. Since I'm really young, around 5 or 6, I realized that I have something on a dance floor. I'm dancing, and suddenly everybody just moved back and watching me. I did my inscription to the college in dance, and 4 days before to begin my class, I had my accident. After that, for sure it was impossible to dance, but I did a program at TV, and the subject was broken dream. I explained my story, and I say the dance, it's finished for me, and 10 minutes later I'm dancing in the studio. And after that I go back to my college, and I just say, I'm begin again dancing.
I'm back.
I'm back. It was like, what? I met this wonderful woman in a project at the university. Sophie was really important because she's the bridge between me and the choreographer. We learn everything together, and
You guys are a wonderful team.
yes.
Really.
When I go on stage, everybody, the first thing, oh, she's disabled. But after a couple of minutes, I hope they see me in the dance.
Yeah.
I work with professional people all the time. I'm a dancer, and I'm quadriplegic.
That's a lot of work right there. It's absolutely dangerous.
Oh, classical!
Dance has the power to heal, and being so taken by France's mission, I decide to attend her dance class for children with disabilities.
Yeah!
Tell me the definition of the name of your company, Corpuscule. What does it mean?
Car means body,
Buddy.
and corpuscule, it's like the little atom or the little piece in your body, because we're not one piece. We have many cells. And for me, it means if you have only one atom in you who can move, you can dance in my class. If you cannot do the movement with your arms, do it with your legs or the opposite. But just to be conscious about the dance notion. It's so important.
Lilith loved dance.
You can tell.
Oh yeah.
She got excited when she saw France.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's one of the best things we explore. There's lots of stimulation and love. She has something like cerebral palsy. Everybody, they ask me, which therapy did you do? What did you do this fall for Lilith? And
Because she's had such improvements, right?
yes,
Yeah.
she can put her arm and hug us. For parents, it's huge.
Yeah.
I think she's very proud to be herself.
Thank you, Lilith. Thank you for dancing with me. It was wonderful.
Okay, go everywhere.
I just want to say thank you for letting me dance with you all. My sister's in a wheelchair. She has cerebral palsy. So I grew up having my sister, she would dance with me for fun, but we never had classes available. So I think she would have really enjoyed something like this.
I'm so proud of this because we give the opportunity to the kids to explore everything.
After seeing the modernity, beauty, and spirit of the city, I head back to Le Grande Rencontre Festival to get my last day of Quebecois trad music and dance in my system.
Okay, this is called rhythm bones.
Rhythm bones.
Yeah, come from beef or cow or it's ribs, small ribs from the back. It's played all around the world. It get inside the tradition here, maybe by the Irish.
Show us a little bit what it's supposed to sound like before I attempt this. Let's see what it sounds like. Hey, so how do you do this?
Just hold the inside one with your major.
Middle finger?
Yeah, put them really square. This one is just squeezed between your
fourth finger?
Yeah. Then you turn your arm to make this one whip onto the other one. Good. Did you whip?
Kind of getting it.
Yeah. Yeah. Small roll. Yeah.
That's better, right?
Yeah.
You make it look so easy, Norman.
Very good.
I almost had it.
Yeah. Yeah. Very. That's good.
Another style of dance popular in the Canadian trad scene is step dance from Ontario. It claims its roots from Ireland and Scotland. I met with Sarah Robinson, professional step dancer who is a regular in the trad dance circuit, competing in step dance across the country. Explain a little bit more about the style that you dance.
Sure. Every individual Ottawa Valley step dancer kind of develops their own style. What it started out as was it actually started in the Ottawa Valley logging camps, and men would sit around a fire when they were away from their families and they were logging, and they would have a fiddle player and somebody might have a guitar and they'd all be sitting around the fire. And so step dancing actually started with men sitting and just moving their feet to the rhythm, and they would have leather-soled shoes or their work boots, that kind of thing.
Yeah, the sitting dun 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 dun. Yeah. I've never seen it anywhere else. So.
Yeah. It got influences from Irish and Scottish step dancing, but then also French Canadian style step dancing, and it was one of those types of dance that I think I connected with directly because of the music.
Well, you can tell it's in your blood.
Yes.
That music is from,
I would say so.
From your ancestors, so
yes, exactly.
Pretty cool.
In Ottawa Valley step dancing, the first thing that everybody needs to know is the shuffle. We do it just with this part of our foot, no heel whatsoever.
Right.
And so then basically what we do is we use that rhythm and we do patterns around that rhythm. That's basically the base of every step.
Okay.
So kick out, bring in, and step. And then we'll add different things onto it, so we'll be...
Okay.
1, 2, 3, in. Behind. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, all set?
But the most anticipated dances and events at La Grande Rencontre are the contra dances and the quadrilles. And to my surprise, Gilles let me be his dance partner on this final evening.
Once in a lifetime opportunity dancing with Gilles.
Well, it's,
You can't say no. You can't say no.
No, I can't say no.
My time here in Montreal was well beyond my expectations. A city whose history, art, culture, and people make this the most special. And to be able to dance with everyone was something I could have never expected. Montreal's close proximity to New York makes it even more of a reason to come and feel like you're a world away. And I'll see you on my next bare feet adventure, wherever it may take me. You can stay connected with us on travelbarefeet.com, where you'll find extra bonus videos, join our Barefeet series conversations through social media, and stay updated with our newsletter.
I can't do that. There's a wait there. The security guard's like, stand behind this line. You're in trouble, man. You're in trouble. You got to stand behind the line. And he said, okay, that's okay.
That was amazing.
I was trying to make it work. It didn't work. I don't know. That was really hard, but it's fun. I kind of want to do it. I don't want to do it now.